In 4 days, believers say the world as we know it will come to an end, but few have said exactly how that will happen.
An author now says something scientists have been doing for years will unintentionally trigger the end. We ran this scenario by a local expert to find out just how realistic it is.
Phobos, Mayan fear is author Steve Alton's fictionalized account of factual research that he says shows how the Mayan calendar's end of days will happen. And it begins with a massive hadron super collider in Switzerland.
As they're colliding protons at near light speed, they're also creating a byproduct, which is miniature black holes.
Alton says a mini black hole drawn to the Earth's core would grow large enough to set off supervolcano Yellowstone caldera in Yellowstone National Park.
But it'll release an ash cloud that's equal to about 10,000 Mount St. Helens volcanoes, and that would lead to a 100,000-year ice age.
Geologist Pat Abbott says there's no evidence the supervolcano is about to blow, but he does agree it would have the potential to be world-altering. What would happen to us here in San Diego?
Skies would be darkened. We wouldn't be getting as much sunlight.
In other words, no more sunny San Diego. Globally, temperatures would drop. By how much is not clear. That would destroy crops and lead to famine. Meanwhile, the other danger, Alton says, is a volcano on one of the Canary Islands.
We'll actually create a landslide into the Atlantic Ocean and create a mega tsunami that's 3,000 feet high.
Pat Abbott just visited this volcano. He says an eruption would lead to a smaller tsunami. But even at 50 feet, he says it would devastate our East Coast.
You would have several hours to vacate New York City. You know, it's an overwhelming scenario.
And while Abbott says the second volcano also shows no signs of impending doom, he acknowledges the collider is breaching the unknown.
Whenever we do large-scale engineering projects, there's almost always unintended consequences.
Okay, now the author Alton says it's not a question of if these two volcanoes will erupt, but when. Abbott says that's true. Yellowstone caldera, for example, is due to blow sometime in the next 250,000 years. And neither of them are prepping, by the way.
Next 250,000 years.
Yes.
All right.